Hi, I'm Adam. Welcome to my den. This is really not how I hoped to reactivate this channel. I had all these things planned out. I still do. I wanted to talk about music, new music that I just discovered. Well, new for me. Some of it is pretty old, but it's fascinating and inspiring, and I wanted that to be the return to this. Or pieces of literature that I've been wanting to discuss for some time now, but my plan was just shattered a bit. It's almost 3 in the morning. Well, actually, it's 3:15 in the morning already, and I'm sorry if this seems a little chaotic. This is not at all what I had in mind. I just came home from the movie theater after watching Dark Waters with Mark Ruffalo, and I'm distraught. On the way over here, all I kept thinking was just record something, just tell people how important it is to be with each other, just spend time with each other, enjoy each other's company, your friends, your family, share with them every moment that you can, and make it special somehow, make it memorable, make it something you want to hold dear to your heart, because really, that's all we have. That's really all we have. And all that we take with us wherever we go is how we influence each other and help each other out and make each other feel a little less alone. I'm sorry, I'm speaking extemporaneously. I just got home and I just sat down and started recording this. I don't have a script. This is really not how I wanted to start this. But if what I just saw in that movie is true, even if only a part of it is true, what does that say about where we stand as a people right now? What does that say about the structures that we've built that were supposed to help us reach some sort of enlightenment, free us from burdens that were only hindering our evolution? What does it say about the nature of this humanity that is now ruling this planet? And on the way here, on the way back home, I kept thinking of that one piece of wisdom, one bit of wisdom that I carry with me wherever I go and whatever I do. Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. It's almost poetic when you say it, when you think about it. It's beautiful in a way, the way these words roll out of your mouth and how much meaning they hold. But behind that beauty, there lies a dark truth, if you can call it that. There's an inkling there, an inkling of truth that we can all cling to. There's something there behind those beautiful words, a piece of knowledge that lives through the ages and is passed on. I have never found anyone who can challenge this notion that power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Now, true as it may be, in all areas of life, all sorts of power corrupt and all sorts of absolute power corrupt absolutely, whatever that means. I mean, let's assume that is true. What can we do to exempt ourselves from this temptation? One would be inclined to think that we need to do something to improve our situation on this planet. What can we do to change? What can we do individually or in small groups or however you want to organize? What can we do to guarantee that whatever new structure we create in order for power to not corrupt and absolute power to not corrupt absolutely, how can we assure anyone and ourselves that we won't fall prey to that ultimate temptation? In religious scriptures and religious teachings, I imagine that I'm not a religious person. I'm spiritual, yes. I enjoy the mythologies, yes, but I don't follow any specific religion. That being said, though, there is some sort of notion of morality in the teachings in so many religions from all over the world, where these teachings hold that if you hold beauty and good in your heart, I usually say beauty because I think it's a tangible form of good when you encounter true beauty, honest beauty. So if you hold good in your heart, you won't fall prey to temptation. And by temptation, I mean the temptation to do something that benefits yourself and harms others. But if power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely, if someone in a position of power teaches you that, have they been corrupted? And how far would people go to hold on to whatever little power they have, or whatever a lot of power they have? And so this is all boiling in my head after watching this movie, Dark Waters. If there is anybody out there listening, if you have any information regarding the veracity or the falsehood behind what's presented in this movie, and I'm not going to go into details. I don't want to spoil it for you if you're going to watch it, but if you haven't, please do. And if you have any information regarding what it focuses on, the subject matter of the movie, if there's anything that you know, or any source of information that I can go to where I can piece some sort of truth behind what's told in this movie, or falsehood, if I can understand where it stands, then maybe I can work my way around it. But it rang true to me, and that's why I'm distraught. That's why I'm distraught. It uses a specific event, and a man-made epidemic, if you will, that happened in the United States as an example of what human beings are capable of to hold on to the power that they have achieved somehow. But it doesn't matter if it's that one event or any other. The bottom line of this movie, as with so many others that through a movie that's based on real events try to shed light into this very seemingly true aspect of the human mind, that power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. I mean, it manifests in so many aspects of human society these days. What can we do? And recently, just before I started recording, I was pondering on this metaphor that's in the title, inherent in the title, Dark Waters, because that's how I feel after watching that movie. It's like swimming in a dark pond, or a dark ocean, or a dark sea, whatever you want to call it. But I do feel like, after watching that movie, I do feel like we all are swimming in this dark ocean where we can barely see where we stand. We don't see land. We don't know how to swim for safety because we are not in control of these waters. And so the best that we can do is just call out to someone else, maybe swim a little closer and try to see if together we won't drown as fast. I know this is pretty grim. Like I said, this is not how I wanted to start reactivate this channel. This is not how I planned it. My plan with this channel is to share things that are beautiful somehow to me, and in the hopes that someone else will find it beautiful, and that will enhance their life somehow. And all I seem to be doing right now is just sharing something that left me distraught, but why not, right? It's part of human experience to feel this way, and I'm glad that works of art are still able to move me in this way after so many movies, after watching so many movies throughout my life, and after reading so many books, and I'm still moved by something that rings true, by beauty in a way. Even if through this vehicle that brought me this beauty, you realize a horrible truth about our existence. In this case, that power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. I can't get away from that notion. So what can we do? What can we do to improve this predicament, to improve our potential possible future? How can we move forward knowing that we are in fact building something that is a little closer to utopia? And every time I ask myself this question since I left the movie theater, I keep going to this one notion: spend time with the people you love, your friends, your family, anybody that's important to you, that enhances your life in some way, spend time with those people. Spend time with them. Make those moments memorable. And I hope that with whatever I do in this channel, I get to give you something to share with the people you love. And I don't mean just share through social networks or on digital platforms of any sort. I mean, take it with you. I love music. I love literature, art, film, science, even the so-called paranormal. I love these subjects that have continued to fuel our sense of mystery throughout our existence, and through those means we can share so much knowledge that improves our conception of our place in the universe. Somehow all of these things, all of that is part of our existence, and whenever I come across something that is beautiful to me, it makes me want to share that. And that's the point of this channel, to share ideas and pieces of art or knowledge that are somehow dear to me, that found their way into my heart or my mind, and that I carry with me to improve every day something about my life, to keep me going, to keep me searching for another mystery, even if I never get to solve it. And I hope that through this channel I can give you things to think about, things that improve your daily life somehow, things that you want to share with others. But why not do it in person? If I show you a piece of music that you've never listened to, but it touches your heart, take that piece of music and show it to someone you love. Talk to them about how important it is for you, or how it moved you somehow. If I read to you an excerpt of a piece of literature that I love, that hit me deeply, and if it does hit you deeply too, share that piece of literature, read the book, tell someone you love about it, have that conversation. The same with art, the same with something that science has given us. If it enlightens you in any way, share that with someone you love, someone that will appreciate that knowledge. I think that as we move forward, and we've been on this route for a long time now, there is a risk of being detached from the other person. We know this is nothing new. And I remember that the first time I ever mentioned this to anybody was when mobile phones became a reality in people's pockets. And I remember that social interactions changed immediately when the first person or the first two people got a mobile phone. And I told them, do you see what's happening? We used to come to this coffee shop and we shared stories and we laughed, and now it's too silent. I told them that when I was, 18 at the time, maybe 17, I can't remember. So it's been a long time since I've been telling people about this, and the more we move forward, the more I see this detachment. We drifted away from the importance of being with someone, a friend, sharing something with that person. I hope that whenever you visit my den here in this little channel, I hope that you find something that you want to share with someone that's close to you, someone that's important, that you love and that loves you back and can appreciate what you're sharing with them. I hope that I contribute somehow to your happiness. And maybe together, who knows, maybe together we'll find some sort of way, a new way to move forward, where power does not corrupt, or at least the thirst for power is not enough to corrupt, because the thirst for collaboration and friendship is that much stronger. I think that's going to do it for tonight. I have a lot on my mind, and I hope that in the future I'm able to share these special things with you. I hope it touches you and moves you as much as they do me. Thanks for listening, for what it's worth. I'm sorry it was so grim. That's not the point of this channel, but I thought it's worth sharing. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you again sometime soon.